In the fascinating universe of celebrities where dreams turn into reality and every stage feels like a moment carved into history, we begin our journey with Justin Bieber, whose announcement of Swag, only 2 months after his most recent album, proves that his energy, creativity, and drive are unstoppable. And this sudden surprise made fans around the globe buzz with excitement, remembering how this Canadian teenager once uploaded videos on YouTube with nothing but hope in his voice and a smile that said he believed in something bigger than himself. And from that platform, he rose to global fame, breaking records and turning stadiums into temples of music, where millions sang along to his lyrics, and his journey has not been just about hits and awards, but about resilience, about weathering storms and reinventing himself. Time and time again, from his early days of Baby to his more mature sound in Justice, he showed the world that he was not just a pop star, but a man learning and growing in the spotlight. And just as Justin reflects the modern story of reinvention, so too does Selena Gomez, whose path has intertwined with his at times, but whose independent story deserves equal admiration for. She began as a Disney star, capturing hearts with her charm and talent before stepping into music, fashion, and philanthropy with a grace that continues to inspire millions. And while she built her beauty brand Rare, she also advocated for mental health awareness, reminding fans that true beauty comes from authenticity and vulnerability, and moving from the pop scene to hip-hop. We find Cardi B, whose rise from reality television to Grammy-winning rapper showed the world what determination and unapologetic personality could achieve. She broke barriers and proved that being bold and outspoken could lead not only to chart-topping success, but also to influence in fashion and culture. And Cardi B even used her platform to support communities in need, donating and speaking up in times of crisis. And this blend of music and activism is mirrored in artists like Rihanna, who went from releasing hit singles to building a fashion and beauty empire through Fenty, which celebrated inclusivity and representation like never before, making every person feel seen and valued. And her performances and style choices set trends that continue to ripple through the industry, showing that a celebrity can be both an artist and an entrepreneur, while still remembering her Caribbean roots and giving back through her Clara Lionel Foundation that funds education and emergency response efforts around the globe. And then we think of Beyonce, whose very name resonates as power, artistry, and perfection for her career, represents an almost mythical journey from Destiny's Child to solo dominance with performances at Coachella and the Super Bowl halftime show that became cultural milestones. And yet she has remained dedicated to her family, her philanthropy, and her belief in lifting others, as seen through her Bay Good Foundation and documentaries that reveal the artistry behind the music. And while American stars shape much of the industry, we must also look worldwide to K-pop sensations like BTS, who transformed from a small company act into global ambassadors of music, love, and unity, spreading messages of self-love and perseverance, while breaking records on Billboard and selling out stadiums from Seoul to Los Angeles, and their connection with fans known as ARMY is legendary, for it goes beyond music into a bond of trust, respect, and shared growth. And similarly, Blackpink rose to international stardom not only with their powerful performances and stylish personas, but also by representing women empowerment and collaboration across cultures, from working with Lady Gaga to appearing at Coachella. And their impact shows how global music has become a universal language. And speaking of Lady Gaga, she is another icon of transformation who began by shocking the world with outrageous outfits and unforgettable anthems before revealing layers of vulnerability, talent, and compassion through her acting roles, her work for LGBTQ+ rights, and her Born This Way foundation that encourages kindness and mental wellness. And when we recall the stages of her career, from meat dresses to Oscar speeches, we realize her genius lies in her ability to merge art with message, always giving fans not only a performance, but also a feeling of liberation and inspiration. And just like her, another artist who embraced reinvention is Miley Cyrus, who grew from Hannah Montana to a daring performer, shocking audiences, but always staying true to her own evolution and later channeling her energy into rock-inspired anthems and heartfelt covers that showed her depth and versatility, proving that even when the world doubts you, resilience and authenticity shine brighter. And across the Atlantic in the UK, we see stars like Ed Sheeran, who emerged with a guitar and raw lyrics and went on to dominate global charts with songs that became wedding anthems and festival sing-alongs. And his down-to-earth nature, despite massive fame, made him a relatable figure who reminds us that talent and humility can coexist. And then there is Adele, whose voice alone can bring audiences to tears. her albums becoming soundtracks for heartbreak, healing, and triumph. And her decision to step away at times for personal growth only made her return more powerful, showing fans that self-care and balance are as important as achievement. And in the world of acting, we cannot forget Leonardo DiCaprio, whose career from Titanic heartthrob to Oscar-winning environmental activist demonstrates that fame can be a platform for greater good as he continuously speaks about climate change while delivering performances that captivate audiences. And then we have Meryl Streep, who with decades of acting brilliance has proven that longevity, artistry, and grace define true stardom, and her ability to adapt to roles while supporting women's rights and causes makes her not just an actress but a role model. And if Hollywood gives us timeless stars, Bollywood offers a parallel universe where Shah Rukh Khan, known as the King of Bollywood, transformed from a TV actor to one of the biggest film stars in the world, building not only a career filled with blockbusters but also a reputation for generosity, humility, and love for his fans who often gather outside his home in Mumbai. Just to catch a glimpse, and his story of perseverance from humble beginnings to global recognition mirrors the universal truth that dreams, when combined with hard work, know no boundaries. And in the same spirit, Priyanka Chopra carved her own space, moving from Indian cinema to Hollywood as an actress, producer, and philanthropist, while becoming a symbol of representation on global stages and balancing family life with her career, in a way that inspired women everywhere.